Well, obviously, there's been a lot of news in the political world, but the beat march is on elsewhere. And another big event happening this week is the Major League Baseball All-Star game. And CBN Sports' Will Dawson joins me now from Texas. Will, how's it going?
It's going great, other than the fact that they didn't tell me that in July in Texas, it gets a little bit hot, and we're standing out here at the red carpet. But it's probably not the hottest day in Texas, so I'm just telling myself that.
Yeah, I'm up here in the Northeast and it's 96 degrees here. So, but it's a little cruel that they didn't. I mean, I guess Texans are used to this sort of stuff, so they don't even think about everyone else thinking maybe we should get some more tents up so that everyone doesn't just fry out here. So hopefully we can get you in safe before all of your equipment and everything else melts. But
I'm sure we'll be good.
Glad you're here, Will. And for those of you who don't know, we have a brand new CBN Sports channel on YouTube, and Will's getting a lot of great interviews, a lot of great content over there with a specific focus on the faith aspect. You know, a lot of big athletes these days are really open about sharing their faith. So that's what we like to focus on, as well as just the big events that are happening in the sports world. And Will is there. So Will, what's going on? What have you seen so far? I know we had the home run derby last night.
We had the home run derby last night. We've been here for the whole weekend. We arrived on Saturday. Sunday night, we covered the MLB draft. We got a couple of guys drafted in the top 10 that we got some good content from. J.J. Weatherholt from West Virginia and Christian Moore from Tennessee, who hit for the cycle. One of only two people to do that in the College World Series. And then last night, of course, was the home run derby. Teoscar Hernandez took home the big trophy. And then tonight is the big thing. But right now what we're doing is standing at this red carpet where all of the Major League Baseball All-Stars are walking up this direction here. So we'll see who we can get, but they're dressed up. They're looking good, and they're doing a lot better than me because they look like they have some clothes that are hotter than this CBN Sports polo right here.
Well, that's fantastic, Will. So how many of these guys that you talk to are Christians? I know more and more athletes are expressing their faith. What about the ones you talk to?
Yeah, there's no question they are on a national stage. And what's incredible about the American League roster is the majority of these guys that I talk to are believers. We got Gunnar Henderson, who was in the home run derby last night, and another guy, most people know as Aaron Judge.
Yeah, very, very cool. And you were able to catch up with them, and I understand you've got a few clips here that we can show.
We do, yeah, starting with Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is leading the American League, leading all of baseball with his 34 home runs, and it's not even close. The guy hits monster jacks, and he is also, as strong as he is, he talked about his strength being his faith.
Yeah, that's where it starts for me, the foundation, and where I get a lot of my strength and, being able to do what I do on a daily basis. It all comes from that. And, I never would have imagined I'd be in this position, First off, getting drafted, getting a chance to work my way up to the major leagues, and then get a chance to be in an all-star game. It's pretty, it's surreal, But it all starts with, the faith, and it's definitely blessed to be in this spot.
That's very cool, and like you said, probably the best player in the game, one of the best, if not the best. Obviously, Ohtani's up there, and Bryce Harper, and a couple other guys. But very cool to see them willing to use that platform to share their faith.
No question. And it's difficult to get to these guys. There's media here. Think about all the Latin, the Spanish-speaking media and Asian media because of Shohei Ohtani. But just trying to get to these guys is kind of difficult to do.
Yeah, and we actually have a clip. I think MLB Network, was it, that picked up on this and actually caught you and your producers, Tyler and Jason, in action trying to get that clip with Judge. Do we have that, Crutch, we could take a look at?
They have opened the
there
gates.
That is Will down there in the front.
The players are ready to be talked to, and the scrum goes right to Aaron Judge.
That's Will right in the front there with the camera, and he gets the first question in. So, Will, look, I don't know if you were an athlete back in the day, but clearly you had a crowd to navigate there. This is like a game within a game here. This was sort of your All-Star game. You had to get through all these other top-notch reporters, and you had to beat them to the spot, and you did it. Well done.
hey, listen, these reporters are at the top of their game. So at CBN Sports, that's all we do. We just take it up another level. I like to think of myself as a former athlete, but you'd probably hear differently from anybody who knew me well. But yeah, this that was something that was difficult to do. But if we were the MLB Network, you hear them laughing about this. If we were the MLB Network, those guys just walk straight up to you. We're out here working. We're out here doing a job, working hard in the Texas heat, sweating a little bit. So yeah, it's fun. It's great. They dropped the rope and we took off running.
Well, I see at least some people are starting to walk the carpet there behind you. And I know, so for those of you watching this segment, Will's actually trying to get his interviews for his report that he's going to file with the network. So if you do have to go and grab one real quick, we'll just sit here and we'll spy on that while that's going down. So you feel free to interrupt and let us know when somebody's coming. You have some people there behind you.
I think we're good for the short period of time. Yeah,
okay.
There's Anthony Santander from the Baltimore Orioles. Hey, listen, we can talk about the Baltimore Orioles. This is a young team that's looking like they could contend for a World Series title this year, led by a guy like Gunnar Henderson, who was in the home run derby last night, and another Christian. Did I send you the Gunnar Henderson interview? I'm not sure that I did.
I think we have Adley Rushman.
It's the biggest part of my life. I think it's the reason you show up and play as hard as you can every single day. That's all the talent and abilities that I have are not for myself, and so I'm just a byproduct of that. And my role on this earth is to glorify Him every single day, and so it's everything to me.
That's awesome, Will. Another guy willing to give credit to God and say, hey, this is my chance on this platform to use that platform to point people towards God. So really, really great to see that. Vlad Guerrero Jr. is another one who you caught up with as well.
¿Eres seguidor de Jesús?
Sí.
¿Qué tan importante es Él para ti?
Para mí Jesucristo es todo. Yo leo la Biblia antes de cada juego, antes de cada partido. De que me levanto, oro y oro mi Biblia antes de salir de mi habitación.
Yeah, there we go. So you'll be able to see more of those clips and more of those interviews over on the CBN Sports channel. I encourage you to check that out. Was that you going bilingual there, Will? Or was that one of the producers?
It was. No, that was me. I have my questions. Are you a follower of Jesus? How important is he to you? I actually was going to ask Ellie De La Cruz, who is leading the world in stolen bases. It's not even close. If he's familiar with the 8th commandment, el octavo mandamiento, which means no stealing, no robarás, right? But I don't think that he was especially crazy about the question that I asked him. I meant no harm, just a little bit of fun with Ellie De La Cruz. And hey, listen, these guys reflect God's glory. They are made and created for a purpose. Ellie De La Cruz made to steal bases, and I know that Jesus gets glory from his stealing bases.
Yeah, it's all good in competition like that. Well, Will, I know we have some challenges here with the Heat. You got people coming, so we're gonna let you go here and do your job. But have fun over there. We look forward to your reporting, and I want everyone to check out the CBN Sports channel on YouTube. So, Will, stay cool over there. God bless you, brother.
We'll do our best. Thank you, Dan.